Paddington Bear stood in the gravel lot of Pesky Rental, his duffel coat buttoned snugly against the autumn chill. A half-eaten marmalade sandwich peeked out of his suitcase, a road snack, as Aunt Lucy would say. The rumble of an engine made him turn. A semi-truck, it's rolled to a stop. The driver leaned out, his grin as warm as a stovetop kettle. "You're the bear, eh?" the man called. "Name's aka Mr. Fixit. But everyone calls me Fixit. Climb in, we've got a trailer full of band equipment to fetch from Texas." Paddington's heart fluttered. Band gear. He'd read about trumpets and drums in Mrs. Bird's newspaper. "Thank you very much, Mr. Fixit," he said, clambering into the cab. The truck smelled of diesel, cinnamon gum, and something metallic, like the toolbox rattling at Fixit's feet. Somewhere in Ohio, day 2. The highway unspooled like a gray ribbon. Fixit chattered about engines and cross-country hauls, while Paddington studied the map. San Antonio was circled in red, where Boston Crusaders' instruments for band camps rehearsals. "They've have start of the 2025 tour starting," Fixit explained, crunching a jelly bean. "Interments no show. That's where we come in." Paddington nodded solemnly. He'd never rescued musical instruments before, but he knew the importance of doing things properly. When the truck hit a pothole, he gripped his seat, imagining trumpets bouncing in their cases. Piper High School, San Antonio, day 3. Texas sun blazed as they pulled into the school lot. Fixit said it was his downtime off to sleep. A girl with braids handed Paddington a ribbon-tied tambourine. "For good luck," she said. Fixit hooked up the trailer, humming as he checked the hitch. Paddington helped stack music stands, sneaking glances at the gleaming sousaphones. "They're like golden snails," he thought. "Careful, bear." Fixit chuckled as Paddington wobbled under a cymbal. That's the crash part of the band. Arkansas backroads is day 5. Rain drummed the windshield. The cab's brake lights flickered, casting red shadows on the asphalt. Fixit cursed under his breath, pulling over. "Wiring's fussy," he muttered, climbing onto the rig with a flashlight. Paddington held the ladder steady, rain dripping off his hat. "Could you pass the duct tape, mate?" Fixit called. Paddington rummaged through the toolbox, handing up tape, a screwdriver, and, after a moment's thought, a marmalade sandwich. "For energy," he said. Fixit laughed, his breath fogging the air. "You're a proper co-pilot, bear." Boston Crusaders Fleet Yard, Massachusetts, day 7.5. The Fleet Yard. Paddington polished a trombone until it mirrored his wide-eyed reflection. Trailer drop and a quick shuffle of other trailers for man using only what I would call hand waves. Elmira, New York, day 8. The truck rolled back into Pesky Rental at dusk. Fixit cut the engine, and the sudden quiet felt heavy. "Reckon this is it," Fixit said, scratching his stubble. Paddington hesitated, then pulled a jar from his suitcase. "Special marmalade. For emergencies, or lonely drives." Fixit's eyes softened. He dug into his toolbox, handing Paddington a tiny silver wrench. "For your next adventure, eh?" Epilogue. That night, Paddington lay in his attic room at the Browns' house, listening to the wind rattle the window. Somewhere, Fixit's truck was rumbling toward another horizon. Paddington smiled, twirling the wrench in his paw. He'd learned 3 things on this trip. Duct tape fixes almost anything. Tuba cases make excellent picnic tables. The world feels smaller, and kinder, when you share it with someone who knows the value of a good sandwich. The end.